Word Nerds, Kate here. Today I'm reviewing the book Ella Minnow Pea by Mark Dunn. I recently discovered this book and I have become a huge fan. I've recommended it to several friends already and thought I would recommend it to you as well. I just spent like 5 minutes looking for my copy of the book so I could show you the cover and remembered that I lent it to someone, so it's not here. Before we jump into a summary and review of the book, there are a couple of terms I'm going to throw around that I thought I might define first, just so no one gets lost. Epistolary, which is a type of book written in letters, articles, and other documents, and pangram, which is a sentence or phrase that contains all the letters of the alphabet. So here we go. The book is about a girl named Ella who lives on the fictional island of Nollop. It was founded by the also fictional man who created the very well-known pangram, the quick brown dog jumps over the lazy fox. There's a statue of Nollop with tiles spelling out his famous phrase, but one day there's a storm and one of the tiles falls. The island's council takes this as some sort of divine sign that Nollop is trying to speak with them from beyond the grave and that the letter that fell should be banned from written and spoken use. Now it's only the letter Z, so at first there doesn't really seem to be a problem, but unfortunately more letters start falling off. As more tiles fall, life gets pretty difficult for the inhabitants, who are punished with whipping and even banishment if they use the forbidden letters. The council agrees, however, that if someone can come up with a new pangram that is shorter in length than the one that Nollop came up with, then they will repeal all the banned letters. It's actually a really interesting commentary on censorship and freedom of speech, but to me that's not what makes this book so good. This is an epistolary book, which means it's written in letters between several of the characters. Because of that, as different letters get banned, the author has to stop using them, because the characters do. By the time the new pangram gets created, there are only 5 letters left. And they are, as you may have guessed from the title, Ella Minnow Pea. The author gets really creative with the allowable letters and alternate spellings and homonyms to really try and convey his story without using specific letters. It is absolutely fascinating, and I realize it's mostly just the English nerds like me out there who really appreciate that, but I think it's so cool. I did recently find out that a film studio did purchase the movie rights to this book, and I find myself kind of disappointed by that. Not just because book-to-movie adaptations generally don't go well. You can expect to see my review of the Artemis Fowl movie once I stop screaming every time I sit down to write it. But because the true genius of this work is in the visual. You have to see how he's skirting around the use of different letters to really appreciate it. So, I don't know. While there might be a movie, I kind of hope there isn't. I won't give away the pangram that they come up with at the end of the book, but I do want to share my personal favorite pangram. It goes like this. Sphinx of black quartz, judge my vow. It's just so cool. Do you have a favorite pangram? Let me know in the comments. If you're interested in more of my words, you can check out the link to my website below. I'm also on social media. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, @KateGJameson. Leave a comment below with a book that you recommend. I'm always looking for new things to read. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you will see me next time, Word Nerds!